My F35 husband, M38, said my cousin's name in bed instead of mine. This is posted on a throwaway account. My husband, I'll call him Charles, and I have been married for 3 years. We have 1 kid together, a son, M2. We were introduced to each other by my cousin, F37. Charles and my cousin, who I'll call Beatrice, have known each other for years and are actually co-workers. They're good friends, and I never really thought anything of it until now. I've had quite a few people, friends and family, say over the years that they thought it was weird how much time Beatrice and Charles spent together. But Beatrice is the most honorable woman I know, and I struggle to think she'd ever cheat. We used to get in trouble as kids sometimes because she refused to lie. Besides, her husband, Patrick, M38, is a great guy, and we've both brushed off other people's comments. Anyway, my husband and I were intimate, and he called out her name instead of mine. I was a little shocked, but it didn't really hit me until we were done. And he didn't bring it up. So I guess he didn't realize it? Or maybe he was embarrassed? I don't know, but I was very weirded out. We're not intimate often, for reasons more to do with him than me. I can't help wondering if this is why. I saw Beatrice a few days after it happened. So, about a week ago, and I couldn't meet her eyes. Charles asked me what my problem was, but I said it was nothing. I can't help thinking now about what everyone has said, and a bunch of other things. Like how Charles is often held up at work. Even stupid things like casual touches between them. Like how he kisses her cheek whenever he greets her or leaves. Something he's never done for me. I don't know what to do. Do I talk to him? Let it go? Not to mention, I've always looked up to Beatrice. More than even my own sister. I don't want to think she'd do this. I don't know if I should let this go or what. TLDR. My husband said my cousin's name in bed instead of mine while we were intimate. Like how he kisses her cheek whenever he greets her or leaves. Something he's never done for me. This is like WTF. I don't know if your cousin is having an affair or not. But he obviously likes her, and not just as a friend. Maybe you have to talk to your cousin, or you have to go to his work when he is supposedly working late, and check if he is there or not. It might be the weed, but reading this hit the heart hard. I'm so sorry this is something you have to deal with. I can only imagine how badly you're beating yourself up. First, stop ruminating. Or at least try your best talk to him. If nothing else, to protect yourself from holding it in. He kisses her on the cheek and doesn't kiss you. He fantasizes about her during sex. You need to talk to him. He's either having an affair or he wants to. Either way, your marriage isn't working. You may want to start asking a lot of questions and paying more attention. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and if quite a few people have noticed something over the years, odds are it is for a reason. Most of these types of stories end with the two in question have been having an affair for years, and finally getting caught. If my husband called out my cousin's name during sex, I would have stopped and said something immediately. From what you described, he very well may be in love with her, but she's married, and maybe he knows he has no chance with her. I'm not saying this is the same, but there was a recent post, either her or on another similar sub, where the woman posting found out her husband had been in love with her sister for years and only married her to be closer to her sister. When her sister got engaged and pregnant, he lost it and left his wife and child. Again, not saying this is the same, but his behavior around her and calling her name is highly suspicious. You're not jumping to conclusions. Confront him and look for proof. A million alarm bells would go off if I was in your situation. Firstly, it doesn't mean your cousin has done anything wrong. But it's possible? Secondly, he kisses her to greet and part but not you? That's beyond alarm bells. Fantasizing about her while having sex with you? I'd be mortified. You shouldn't have ignored it. You need to discuss this and not take lame excuses. Yes, it hurts, but the alternative would be worse. I don't know if there is actual cheating happening, based on what you say about your cousin, but I'm pretty sure he is either in love, lust with your cousin. I have a terrible feeling that this is a case of your husband wanting your cousin, but since she is married, he's gone for the next best thing. Her cousin. You. I hope I'm wrong. What about the cousin's husband? Does he seem to mind? Is it something you can talk to him about? You have to talk to both him and her. Other people noticing is an alert to you. As an inclusion, when someone asks you what's wrong, tell them. Don't say, nothing. That doesn't lead to a solution. It only makes them question you later about it because they asked and you said, nothing. I would mention it to both of them but separately. Throw it out there and watch their body language. Make sure it's when they wouldn't have time to check with each other. The time for keeping your head buried in the sand is over. It sounds like he is in love with her. The working late with her, touching, greeting kisses should have already clued you in. But calling out her name during sex should be a big effin' wake-up call. You need to start checking things out. Is he actually working late or is he spending time with her? Is this an emotional affair? Is it physical? Because it doesn't sound like it's one-sided. Honestly, and I'm sorry to say this, it sounds like he might be with you so that he can spend more time with her. You are plan B that allows him to keep her in his life without it looking too suspicious. Sounds like he's in love with her. This does not mean she's involved in an affair with him. But you can't be sure. I wouldn't say anything to either of them yet. I think this is something you need to investigate on your own. I am usually against snooping. But in this instance I think you would be justified to check his phone, email, etc. I would also double check if possible if he's actually at work when he says he is, and if he is, if she's staying late too. At the very least, his feelings for her seem inappropriate and that will need to be addressed. But I wouldn't do so until you know how deep this goes. I can't imagine sexually shouting Beatrice during sex. I would not let this go yet. What bothers me? 1. He greets her and says goodbye with kisses on cheek but not you. 2. Called her name in bed. That's either his fantasy or they are very good at this. I think it's him. 3. When other people notice. Is when maybe you take a second look. Who is it that gives the other one the attention? Is it your husband? Is it equal? It's time to gather information. Some might call it snooping. I call it revealing any secrets you need to know. Pay attention to everything. Does he text her? Call her? Are you close to your cousin? If she asks you what's wrong, I think I would straight up tell her my husband called your name out during sex and I just don't know anything anymore. I'd watch her very carefully. But I have a feeling she'd be mortified. Say Beatrice's husband's name the next time you have sex with Charles and see what happens. If he queries it, just say, "Oh, I thought that's what we are doing now." Seeing as how you said Beatrice's name last time. Wanna talk about that? Single quote. How have you not brought this up to him already? Wow. You are passive. The minute he called out your cousin's name during that moment, you should have stopped the intimacy. You let him use your body while he was thinking of your cousin. Everyone notices how close they, but you, because you choose to stay in the dark with denial. You can stay clueless and be a doormat. Talk to your husband. Or do your own digging around. Those are your choices. There is no way I wouldn't have said something as soon as he said, "Nope. Get off me and tell me why you're calling out another woman's name." Doesn't matter if he isn't cheating. He's obviously thinking of her during it. It's a no for me. I'd be more concerned with the fact he kisses her cheek and not yours. That's hella weird. Nah, if my sus said any girl's name in bed besides mine, that alone would do it for me.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.